Boris and Ghouls, Dr. Von Mad here with Christmas spirit in powdered form. Now, what goes into Christmas spirit? Oh, it's the thing of legends. It could be snowflakes and puppies and hot cocoa and marshmallows and cinnamon and Christmas cheer. Or maybe it's just a simple collection of substances, who knows. But only one way to find out, kiddies. Stay tuned while we make some Yuletide merriment. Hey guys, alright, making Christmas spirit. Not quite as the chemical equation that the good doctor insinuated. You want to start with this little glass beaker type thing. I got this for $2.29 at Hobby Lobby. It's got a cork with it, keep that handy. You'll also need a pair of scissors, some jute string, a piece of cardstock. I'm going to use pink here because it's what I've got on hand. You could use whatever color. Red glitter, green glitter. Found these little favorite finding snowflake shaped buttons, sew on gems. We're going to use those. And a little hot glue. So here's how this goes. First thing we got to do is let's open this dude up. Now, you got to be real careful here because you will make a mess if you do not. I want it halfway full of red. Now, in the middle we're going to put in our container of little snowflake gems. Now let's look at these. See, kind of little snowflake shaped gems. Going to throw a handful of those in. Not the whole thing, because that'd be kind of crowded, but a few. That ought to do it. And we'll save these over here with our bells for another project for next year. Let's go ahead and put our lid back on our red glitter. Let's go ahead and get some of this green glitter. And that's going to be poured in on top. And hopefully not make a huge mess. Now, put our cork on top of it and kind of give it a bit of a swirl so that you're kind of getting a nice little blast of this. And now there should be some snowflakes in here that should be coming out, and if they're not, then obviously, see, you should be having a snowflake or two sticking out. And if you're not, then, well, I didn't know how that was going to work anyway. Now, to make sure that nobody ever opens this and creates a problem, you're going to seal the top of this. Now, I probably don't need to tell you that glue, hot glue and glitter is going to be a kind of an awkward formula anyway. But there you are. Now, the next phase of this project, we're going to have our scissors here. Oh, and also you're going to need some black paint and a brush, which we have over here. What you're going to want to do now is come over here. You're going to cut a little tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a small tag here. It's kind of just like that. Now, you'll need a pointer or something to poke holes unless you have a hole punch. And what you're going to do is just kind of come up through here and just kind of do that. Now, you'll have some overhang up here. I use my sculpting tool, but you could use whatever. We're going to come up here and try to snip that off and just kind of, because what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this jute string that we've got here. Now, before we get into this, we're going to cut off just enough to kind of tie it around it a little bit, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that momentarily. Our next step, since we've got it already hot glued, we can unplug the glue gun, get the, hopefully you've got one by now, a pinpoint brush, and some black paint. Now, this is where the fancy comes in. Alright, because we're going to have to tie this tag onto that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to write go ahead and get a little bit more. My handwriting's not great. So now, probably going to be the simplest of the crafts that we do here, because it's really not so much a craft as it is just kind of assembling stuff to make it decorative. Now, maybe next year we'll get into stuff like making a nest of Grinch eggs or something. I do believe that Grinch eggs may be something that we can do next year. Now, wash off my pinpoint brush. I always keep the pinpoint brush out of the water with the rest of my brushes because I need that for detail work. Now, let our tag dry for a minute while I attach the rope. Now, this is going to be like threading a needle, so it's going to be a little awkward. But there it is. Now, I want to tie it right here. Now, you could hot glue this in place, but I think tying it ought to just be sufficient here. So here's how we're going to do that now. Alright, now there we go. And there you are. Powdered Christmas spirit. So I think that's a great idea. So that's actually it for our Christmas videos. At least for our Christmas decor videos. So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And from here at Mad Manor, also known as Martlet's Roost, this is Dr. Von Mad speaking for Kid Mad, Myra Mad, and the Peanut. When I wish you guys a Merry, Merry Christmas. And see you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.